As you might remember, I said in the video on the road trip that the suspension was like driving on jelly.
It's like driving jelly or something, I don't know really. But...
Well, now it's time to get everything changed. So we're starting off with the front shock absorbers. So let's crack on. Right, we're back in the workshop today and we're going to start doing some stuff to the front suspension. Wheels are already off, so let's get cracking. I want to get it fairly soon into an MOT, but as you can see, this shock absorber looks like it's leaking. So I'm going to replace both of them, obviously. It's a good idea to replace both. If you just change one, then the other side can be worn out, can be knackered as well, so it's always a good idea to change the pair. I'm hoping that that will stop this problem of the tyre actually rubbing on this wheel arch. If it doesn't solve it, well, the wheel arch is going, basically. I don't remember them having these wheel arches on as standard, at least not in England anyway. Whether it's something standard in Sweden, don't know. But if it catches the tyres, then they're going. I don't need them. Right, let's get this shock absorber out of the way. Right, we're going to remove this. There are two bolts there holding it on, and there is the ball joint bolt there that's holding it on. That's what's holding on this part, the hub. So there's only 3 bolts, and then at the top suspension mount up there somewhere, there's two 8mm bolts, two 30mm bolts. So they're pretty simple to get off. It doesn't take a lot, but we'll start with the ball joint bolt. Right, so just a little tip. We want to get the ball joint out, we need to separate it slightly. So I'm using a little tiny chisel here, and we're just opening the gap on the back a little bit. And you can probably see there, where I've took the bolt out, there's a little split there. And in there we just put the chisel in. Just a few taps with the hammer, put the chisel in, it just opens it enough to be able to pull the ball joint out. Going to use one of these tools as well. They're really good if you can get hold of one. I'm going to attach it to the inside of the chassis like that. And they are on a ratchet. And it has a hook on the other end. So I'll be able to take that around the brake, hook it back on itself, just pull that tight. And it just keeps that, so when these two bolts come out, the whole thing's going to fall forward, and this just keeps it nice and tight to the chassis. So they're a good little tool to buy if you can get hold of them. You see that just held it there to stop it from pulling on the CV joints and the brake hoses and stuff like that. So it's a really good little tool, that is. We've got 2 bolts on the top there, so as soon as they're undone, the suspension leg will be completely loose. So I'll catch it on the underside with one hand and undo the bolts on the top with the other hand. Right, so I've got a pair of these lovely bright blue Monroe shock absorbers, so I'm going to change them both sides. They are brand new, so they're nice and hard to pull back out again. So always make sure they go in and out a couple of times before fitting them to make sure there's nothing wrong with them. Oh, definitely tight to pull back out again, so that's what we want. So we need to get the spring off first of all, and I've seen a lot of clips on YouTube just recently where people undo that nut and just let it fire away. That's not the way to do it. Please don't do that. What you need to do is get a spring compressor. Now this is a pretty heavy duty one, but it fits kind of just about every car. So I bought myself this one a while ago, and this is one I'm going to use. And basically you put the springs in these little cups, and they've got a little lump at the back there for you to hook the springs into. So that just fits into a couple of the coils there. Make sure that the cup at the back hooks behind a coil like that. So that's all the way in, and you can see hopefully that little hook there is hooked into the back of there. So that's now there. So all I want to do now is just put a little bit of finger tension onto that, which means that it won't fly away now. I'm going to tighten it down a little bit with a 22mm spanner, and it just starts to compress the spring. I want to leave a bit of tension on it because I need to undo that nut. If I tighten this down and I take all the tension off the spring, that's going to spin. That nut there is going to spin around. So I need to leave a little bit of tension on it. I don't want to undo the nut fully, just a little bit. Right, hopefully you can see that. That nut has now come through the little plastic locking ring on there, so it's almost finger loose. Not quite, but almost. So with it at that point there, I can now tighten this nut up and take the pressure off the spring. There it came off. So we need to make sure we take these off in the right order. Put them on the floor like that. And that means that the spring will now come off like that. So it's all separated now, nice and safe. And we can have a look at this spring, this shock absorber now, and it goes, there's almost no resistance in it, and I can pull it up. It's almost like a bike pump. This one doesn't do pretty much anything. So that one, knackered. So this is the new one. So make sure the spring's all the way out. It does have a little groove there, so we make sure that the spring goes into that. Alright, that goes level with the top of that. With that now in place, put the top cone on. Again, it's got another cut out there, an extra socket just there, which lines up with the end of the spring there, so we want to make that sure in the right place. With that on, they always come with new nuts, and we use them. Tighten that down. It's not going to tighten all the way at the moment. Now I need to release the pressure on the spring, which will help push it upwards and allow us to get the nut in the right place. Let me unhook that. So that's just a matter of making sure that the nut goes all the way down. Like that. Now it's all down as far as we can get it. So that is that now changed. And putting it back again is the reverse. We start with the two nuts at the top, allows us to let go of it, and then we put the two in at the bottom, and then back in with the ball joint. So it's a fairly simple, straightforward job. So let's crack on with that. Right, nice shiny blue shock absorber on that side, and a nice shiny blue shock absorber on that side. That is the front suspension pretty much rebuilt. The rear suspension needs doing as well, but I don't have any shock absorbers for that as yet, so I'll get onto that as soon as possible. So, if you like what you've seen, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot, and bye bye.